The statue whispered something to me.
Did it now?
He'll go up and whisper into the Lord of Gale's ear.
Heslendina? Heslendina? Is that your name?
No. It is a... I know what that is.
It's a place?
It is...
It's a guy, a girl, a weapon? Oh, come on, say it's a weapon.
It is a prison.
Oh. Oh.
There was a trap made by the Jade Emperor.
Jade Emperor. Okay.
And a great witch of the sea was caught in it.
This is the same Witch of the Sea that Pablo was reading about?
Yep. Heslendia was the name of this trap. A Druga city.
By Druger, you mean Dark Dwarf?
Yes.
It's Adam's pronunciation of Druger. Okay, alright.
Druga. Freddy Druger.
Because there are creatures called Draugrs, so I don't know. Yeah, anyways.
Durgar. Maybe Durgar.
Okay.
The city was a trap?
Yes.
And that's where Wukong was trapped?
He was the one laying it, last I saw.
How long ago was this?
How long do humans live again? 100 years?
Give or take. A few years, yeah.
150 years ago, maybe? 150, 200, somewhere in there.
Oh. And you're that old?
He doesn't answer the question, but...
Makes sense. Your ship's like... Probably take that about half that time to just craft the ship. All the layers of upgrades and upgrades. Upgrades upon upgrades.
Great trees start from small seeds.
Alright, is this trap somewhere close? Is it on Bruachdork?
It is within... It is below my territories.
It's like under Cauldron Rock?
What did you say, sorry?
Cauldron Rock?
It's not under Cauldron Rock. It is under... Wait a second.
One of the islands that's south of it?
It's one of the islands south. It's under the Tooth.
The city is under the Tooth.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, so there's the Underdark down there, I think is what it's called. Huh. What, the whole city of Durgar that live in your territory? Do you trade with them, or...?
There are those who trade with them. They
Okay.
They tend to keep to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And if one keeps to themselves and does not disrupt, you are welcome within my domain.
Oh yeah, the whole balance thing. I kind of caught a little bit of that was, over there.
Your friend, and he's motioning towards where the statuette, was most unbalanced.
Okay, son won't mention that it's his god, but...
Uh-huh. Yep, that's how the stories go. Dum-da-dum. Don't worry.
He holds like his hands over the ears of the statue.
Yeah, the Wukong being a chaotic god that sort of vacillates between good and evil depending on when, like, as the mood strikes him. Who is known for defying the Jade Emperor and effectively trying to keep stealing, like, there are magical fruit that the Emperor likes, and the monkey keeps stealing the fruits. Like, that's a lot of the stories circle around stealing fruit.
Someone who started off chaotic good, but he's got a couple of neutral ticks beside his alignment, so him being chaotic neutral eventually is probably the way it's going to go.
Okay. At some point we might want to go there to see if there's any traces of this guy. Because you wouldn't want him disturbing a bunch of stuff in your realm. And I think he's immortal, so you never know when he's going to try to steal your fruit.
He was a troublemaker then.
Mm-hmm.
Although he seemed to have a funny look on his face when you're saying God. He wasn't expecting him to be called a god.
Immortal. I guess immortal.
That somebody's like it's the same thing in his head, but
There's a fuzzy line between powerful mortal, immortal, and god. There's like transition lines that are difficult to define in there.
Okay, so that's a yes on maybe able to go down to Heslandina.
If you can find the way.
Oh. Sixth level spell, have to be 12th level. I'll be back in a few levels.
Give me a second.
I was like, find the path. Find the path is a cleric 6. Someone could take that as a 6th level spell. It seems like a spell we could abuse to get wherever we want.
There's a story of I'm going there. The lost city of I found it.
The lost treasure. Here it is.
Here it is.
Oh, it's over here. Yeah. If I'm making a note, it's probably, unless, like, the obvious choice would be like something like disintegrate. Nah.
With your party, disintegrate's not required. If you had a party of like 4 dudes, then disintegrate or something.
Find the path is just a standard cleric spell too. Like Sodak will have this before somebody does.
Yep. In fact,
it's the type of spell you may want to also make although they get pretty expensive at that level, a spell page for.
A spell page, it's the type of spell that you buy a scroll of just to keep hanging around. Just in case.
What am I talking about? I spent a mythic point to cast a spell. Wait, it's 3-round casting.
Well, that's fine. That's mythic points.
The mythic point makes it a swift.
It's like,
okay, all right. So yeah, that's.
Oh, yeah, I can. Oh, okay. I will come back. We haven't.
He can't help himself.
We haven't quite unlocked 6 circle spells yet.
he nods.
Gives you a smile, like, but we're gonna. I thank you, Captain, for your hospitality. We should be returning to our ship. We are due to continue our search for the dead man's lament.
Okay. Give me a diplomacy check for your sort of general visit.
Okay. Do the other Jockos aid?
The other Jockos, everybody including Banta needs to aid because you did bring a friggin' plague victim on board his ship. So
All right, we'll roll for Banta first. Banta, no diplomacy.
Banta make you pretty picture.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't aid or hinder.
Doesn't aid or hinder.
Oh, that's -1, so 8, but still.
Yeah.
Ganzorig, any bonuses for being friendly with?
He gets a +2 for having a common god. And a +2 for being friendly with Squid.
Okay. Hey, he gets +3.
Hey, buddy.
8 charisma could be nice when they want to. It's not impossible. Sun Wu. Oh, is he also charisma 10?
It wasn't the Diplo crew, did it? It was.
Sun Wu aids +5.
There we go.
Sebastian. Yeah, we were on good behavior, I think. Not 20, so a +9.
There we go.
And then Jin has now, I think, max ranks in this with his wisdom. Adding to it. 35 diplomacy check.
35. Tell the old man that you're free to sail within my waters, unmolested.
Okay. And by old man,
He means the captain. He doesn't mean Harrigan.
Yeah.
Harrigan is a prick and should feel bad.
Okay, we're gonna take our leave. We'll give Ganzorig a note. Ganzorig says, "Hey Banta, swim out the bottom and tell us what it looks like." He really wants to know how to get back into this boat. We'll say goodbye to Squid, and then.
Okay. On the random encounter chart for Banta swimming through the bow of the ship, 100 is definitely not an encounter.
Oh, not an encounter. Okay, I was like, had it been the what encounter? It's
Just
like,
he runs into the Atlas mouth.
the elder fucking Kraken that lives in the boat is down there. You took the wrong way.
The one whose puppet head is shoved up the master of Gales.
All right, we will head back. We are going to.
Basically, Banta has a description of the bowels of the ship. It's really straightforward in terms of it's like there's this water passage that he swam through.
So it's like a column of water that goes to the bottom of the ship, and it's probably got a control water spell that keeps the water from, like, allows the pressure to go.
Allows pressure, yeah. So it doesn't, Pascal's law isn't violated because there's a spell that's
violating the magic.
That's violating physics. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
And he does say that there's other creatures in the below. The thing he mentions. You make your way back to your ship, and you go to Cauldron Rock. Basically, the Kraken, the galleon of the Master of Gales, escorts you to Cauldron Rock, and then it continues to sail.
Okay, and we're supposed to meet at where?
Cauldron Rock.
Cauldron Rock. Oh yeah, we're just waiting here, right?
You're now you're a day early. Thank you, sir. All right.
What turtle angel corpses?
Okay. As you're being put across, you are given 20,000 gold pieces worth of treasures.
Oh, that's amazing.
It seems to be in it's like a variety of old currencies and other things that look like tarnished. You're given half a Chul corpse.
Okay.
And what was the other thing? You asked for one other thing. Money, body.
Oh, a jobs if you have.
Oh, and jobs. Okay, so then
Sure.
you're on the note for jobs.
Yeah. I really like the flip feature.
Yes, flip is awesome because you make
Yep.
things point the right direction.
Yep. The boat's going that way. Why are you the guy who sits backwards?
Okay.
Some of the tokens look weird because we've been looking at them like at a certain angle for so long. Like Ganzorig, I was like just not used to.
When you flip them, it's like
Yeah, it's like evil Ganzorig. Good Ganzorig.
it's Zorigan.
Okay, so Jin is going to report to the captain. He will share the words that he said that the captain had shared with him. He's also going to tell him the words he had for Captain Harrigan.
Makes him laugh, apparently.
We should at least put down these words exactly as spoken.
It's not good to misrepresent a pirate lord.
If there is urgency, does he have sending? Or am I thinking of somebody
Fourth.
else?
Fourth circle cleric spell.
Yeah, it's a fourth circle. If there is urgency, I could send the message to Captain Harrigan. I have met him before.
For this particular message, I don't know that it would be terribly urgent. But if you wish to contact Harrigan, you may.
Perhaps it was simply a declaration of his current mood towards Harrigan.
Aye. Also a bit of a reflection of his past mood towards Harrigan, if we're being honest.
I have an idea. Tell me about what it means to be a privateer of a nation.
Very similar to pirate, but you have a national flag that you sail under. They give you a writ or letter of... basically a letter that allows you to do piracy under their name. They give you a list of targets which are considered things which are exempt from piracy and things which are not. And then you operate within those parameters.
Perhaps there is an opportunity for us to make contact with a powerful entity that belongs to the forces of the Dolphin Queen and request a privateer's license.
Ah.
We have met now 3 beings that we have not come in direct contact with. It may be a ploy that would allow us to sail where other pirates could not, without being harassed by their goodness.
Do you think we'd pass their tests? He's looking back at Grimsby.
That might be the benefit of having such a license. They would have no need for searching our ship. We have used the minor evils excuse and seem to have gotten away with it. My sense is that the Dolphin Queen is not a stickler for the rules.
That would make sense. With given her histories, that would make sense.
Something to keep in mind, given that we met the strange orca-looking lady that did battle with a greater aboleth. Perhaps she has the authority to grant such things. This may also come undone when it finally comes down to us doing battle with the Queen and her agents. However, that day is probably far from this. Perhaps they could give us tips on where to battle aboleths and other evils. They seem to have many treasures on their persons. We made out like a bandit fucking with that all. the Ring of Evasion. I did some divvying. What's going on, Black Dog? Most of the other characters have evasion that get
There's a
into
bunch that
combat
have
automatically.
evasion, and there's others where it's like they're not going to make a reflex save anyway. What's the point?
No, I went on Black Dog. It's Kenku evasion.
It's my ring of Kenku evasion.
Yeah, there were some good things in there, and then there were some styling things as well. Speaking of the treasure, we've got some questions about the treasure. So we've got 2 rings of protection +3 that came off the aboleth, I believe, with fell symbols on them. Do the fell symbols have any power, or is it just like a signet ring?
They are like signet rings, but they do have, those who are non-aquatic who look at them basically get like insta headaches.
Interesting. So they're creepy to wear.
They're creepy to wear, and they are unnerving to look at. They cause distress to land beings.
So this likely goes on Sebastian and Sodak then?
That would be a good starting place.
Sodak's not aquatic, he's amphibian. Give me a second. I think that's under his race. No, he just has hold breath. He's not amphibian. He is just a humanoid turtle.
It would bother him to look upon.
Okay. Who the fuck does this? Black Dog human, Rose human, Ganzorig human, Sunwoo Venarin, Lihita also humanoid, monstrous humanoid for Jin. Does it bug Jin?
Monstrous humanoid for Jin. Jin, do you breathe water?
No.
You have a swim speed though.
Yep.
Okay, you tolerate it better than others.
Okay, Balmaris.
Balmaris does not get he's not put off by
Immune
it.
to all the mind-affecting crap. Yep. Okay. Yep. Sebastian's fine with these things.
Yep.
Banta is not, I assume, when he gets better, if he gets better.
When Banta, yeah. So the next day, Banta is basically better that evening.
Sodak and Tio. Tio's aquatic.
Tio has no problem with this.
Okay, so basically these are +3 rings for Sebastian and Tio. Not the first people we put the +3 rings on, but I'm not going to complain. They're also the casters that have lately been in.
They were in combat.
Yeah, Sebastian and Tio don't mind the symbols. Okay, and then we had +2/+1 crystal daggers, mind glass, DC 30 knowledge to understand properties.
Mm-hmm.
So Sebastian is it Arcana, or is this?
It would be
Spellcraft?
It would be higher with Arcana.
Okay.
It would be like a material crafting, or actually that knowledge planes.
Planes we could do. I roll a 1, 31.
31. Okay. Give me a second.
Will you stop interrupting me, Tio? Yes, you can have the ring, you bastard.
While holding these weapons, you can basically push foes' psionic energies into them. So basically, when you make a saving throw versus a psionic or mind-affecting effect from a creature, you can store the energy into the blade. Then, when you stab a guy, it basically causes a disruptive effect upon their ability to cast. It's a very strange thing that you weren't familiar with. They are very expensive.
Sorry, the psionic energy that gets stored into the blade it is used as...
So basically, you when you make a save versus a psionic spell or a mind affecting effect, you basically store the spell that goes into the blade.
Power or mind affecting effect.
Okay. It's stored in the blade for a number of rounds equal to the spell level. If you hit a creature while the blade is holding the energy,
Any creature.
any creature, it basically causes the target to be disrupted for 1 round. Basically, it forces them to make a concentration check, DC 15 plus twice, like to make them cast offensively, effectively, on anything that they cast for the next round. When you critical hit somebody with it, it lasts for a number of rounds instead of just 1 round. And you can grab it from it's a standard special material, so you can grab it from the.
And critical hit increases duration.
Yeah.
Okay. Weird.
It's strange.
And you have to be holding it while you make the saving throw, right? It can't just be an already item slot?
I think it's okay if it's in a ready item slot with the current system.
Okay.
Because that's basically the same as holding stuff.
And then he hit them. It's almost like we want Mind Glass, but on a different item. Like, I don't know if anyone's going to be using a Mind Glass dagger to fight. However, Lee can throw things. It's not too bad. There's some utility to this. I haven't quite worked out what the optimal thing is.
It's a weird thing.
All right, and the godly dimensional shackles are just...
They're dimensional shackles meant for a creature that is huge, gargantuan, or colossal.
Okay.
And you're not certain what the break DC is, but they seem pretty fucking hard to break.
Shackles for huge, gargantuan, or colossal being. DC is unknown. That's awesome. That's... As much as we want to sell this for the money, this goes into the... We have them in the bottom of the boat. We'll find some use for them. And who was wearing them? One of the Aboleth had this?
No, that was what was in the bag of holding that one of the Chalundials had.
Oh, fuck. They were going to try to bag an Aboleth. Weird. We will teach you the ways of chaotic good. Bad Aboleth. Bad Aboleth.
Respect creation. Respect the timeline.
Or figure out what the thing is up to. Why are you here? What are you doing? All right, cool. I need to take a quick bathroom break. I'm going to hit the record button here.
Cool. I also